I think back what we did in the last 6 months, the amount of things, it's absolutely insane. We still haven't talked to Lickathon, for example, but that's, once again, another reason why I haven't been doing it yet is because it's like, I like streaming with people, especially when it's like with my friends, and some of them, well, a lot of them are just like girls. It's just how it is. I like the girl space, friends, interactions on stream. They're fun. I feel like they're different. Usually people don't really do that. And I genuinely enjoy being friends with my friends. But it's like almost like so hyper fixated on like just the shipping part, where it's like people only focus on that one thing where it's like, oh, it's kind of unfortunate. Yeah. It's like too much. So that's why we never ended up talking to Lickathon. This chat is so chill. Yeah, we are kind of chill. You know what's funny? It's like such a different vibe when I'm just like streaming by myself. Chat is like, you guys are, I wouldn't even say bearable. You guys are kind of nice. Old people chat. Chat, how old are you? Now I actually want to know, because when the parasocial shit is happening, I should do like a, dude, I should like actually do statistics. How different chat is when I'm like, I should do a stream. But I don't want to bait like parasocial stuff. Damn. 45, 36, 24, 24, 69. Okay, good one. So it's actually surprising how many people are in their early 20s or like mid 20s, like early and mid 20s. Like, yeah, there is a handful of people that are like 30-ish, but that's actually surprising. 52. I actually turned my parents into like viewers. Like they know who, they even know who Sinner is. Do they know who FanFan is? It's kind of like funny because I feel like a lot of people kind of like know, like who are watching the stream know who FanFan is. We have like so many like really good and like fun streams that like, if you don't know, then I feel like you missed out on like a fun little adventure. FanFan guy, okay. Locomotive girl. That is crazy. That's actually funny. My dad literally like, when I was like telling about everybody, my dad literally asked, is that the locomotive girl? Because of the vaping. You are literally the FanFan guy? Okay, that's kind of crazy. Listen, there was one guy in Japan that could only recognize me because of FanFan. I get it. Hilarious. Mostly the FanFan clips did well on YouTube. No, that's, I mean, dude, I still, it was a great time, but like weird viewers were just like going too crazy. Like some shitsos were literally just like going too crazy. You keep doing the same cycle though with AC. No, actually, holy fuck, I'm actually betting you. That's like the most retired thing that I've been reading. It's like, that's like the best example where I'm like, bro, I'm literally just like trying to stream with my friends, like having a good time. Sometimes it's getting parasocial, but it's like, sometimes people are actually like going too far where it's like, oh, you are doing that. No, I'm not proactively doing anything. Actual rebozo. No, but no, don't get me wrong. It's like pressed. Oh yeah. How do I describe this? People are like interpreting things way too deep and way too far because they're reading like shitso comments. Or they are the ones making them. I haven't been parasocial in a while. Don't get me wrong. It's okay to be parasocial. It's okay to have like interest in like, oh, what is this person doing? What is that person doing? What is happening behind the scenes? I understand. But like making up shit or like pushing a narrative that just isn't true, that's where it's just like stop. It's just too far. Like jokes and giggles, I get it. But it's like, don't go too far. I still go back to watch you on FanFan's dating game, Golden Stream. No, it was a really fun stream. It was really, really fun. But like people are trying to like interpret things that are just like not the case. And like trying to convince with like a fake narrative or whatever, where it's just like, why are you being weird? Like stop. It pisses me off when streamers get mad at people for being parasocial, but they broadcast their life. Why do you not expect people who become invested? No, I totally understand when people get like invested, etc. Because it's like, dude, my parents, they're watching streams and they are invested. To be fair, they also want to watch what their son is doing, right? But my parents literally also get invested. They're like, oh, what is Nick doing? Wait, Nick and Catchy are streaming a lot in Vegas. What's going on? Like my parents, literally my parents get parasocial, and that's all fine. But once it gets to this like toxic comparison and people are trying to like micro-analyze what might be happening on stream, but they're kind of like, not even micro-analyzing. They're like literally like throwing in assumptions or made up stuff and try to literally like sell it as reality. That's where it's like, okay, I get it. You're invested. But like, why do you need to lie about certain things just because you want to believe that it's true? It's just, there's a balance for everything, and some people just go too far. They just go a little bit too far. This is how rumors and gossip works. I mean, I guess. The problem also is, by the end of the day, everybody has like a different limit of like how much they can handle on like good or like bad comments, whatever, right? Because by the end of the day, all of us, like every single streamer is just human, right? But yeah, exactly. It comes with the job. Like for me personally, if I read like 1,000 negative comments, I don't mind going through YouTube comments and like reading the negative and the positive. Like sometimes the negative shit that I'm reading about myself, I'm like, damn, that's kind of crazy. But by the end of the day, I do not care. I genuinely don't. It's like, does it hurt? Well, kind of sometimes. It's like, why do people even make up certain shit? But at the same time, it's like, I know that by the end of the day, most people that actually watch me and they watch me for me, they believe, like, they would never believe, like, the crap that, like, some weird people are typing. They would never believe that that is real. And you shouldn't care. Yeah, obviously. But everybody has, like, a different threshold on, like, how much they can handle, right? Why did he get sick in Japan? Oh, that's actually a great example. Where it's like, oh... Arther, like, they barely streamed. Arther wasn't there. Something must have happened. I was sick. That's literally all that happened. Does it suck? Oh, absolutely. But, like, people are, like, making up lies and, like, shit, and they're like, ooh, it's kind of crazy. Those who get invested to the point of then hating on the person who doesn't fit the narrative, then crosses the line. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's like another thing, like with the team thing, where like some people were like, hey, I don't want to, you know, I don't want to be part of this anymore, because it's like, it's fun in games for everyone, even if it, technically, even if it had team things, it's like, it's not bad, but you do not need to like talk crazy shit about somebody just to kind of like defend the person that you like more. Why do this? I don't mind if people don't like you. You know, that's okay. But like, you don't need to like actively hate. Yeah, the team thing was like insane. It was literally insane. It isn't real hate though. I think it is like beyond real hate. That's really what K-pop fandoms do. I mean, don't get me wrong. Once again, personally, it's kind of like a weird one, because it's like I'm in a very unique position, right? First of all, I'm a guy, and the kind of hate that I'm getting is like very different compared to most other people, or like specifically girl streamers. It's like very different hate. Like sometimes people are like making like weird shit up, and it's like really weird, don't get me wrong, but it's like I never was somebody that like cared in the first place. And on the other hand, I also gotta say, I had enough like actual like, okay, that's gonna sound weird, but it's maybe, I feel like maybe that's also taking into account why it doesn't affect me and why I don't care even more. I literally had real jobs for like the longest time. When I was a student, after that, during COVID, and me streaming to you guys, however many people it might be, whether it's 100 viewers, maybe whether it's 1,000, it doesn't matter. I feel so blessed that I literally can do what I do. Like, I literally feel so blessed. It is insane. So it's like, yeah, do I get hate? Oh yeah, I do. Like every day. But then at the same time, it's like, oh, somebody said something negative on Twitter. I don't care. I happen to read it. And now what? I open my phone, I close it, and it's gone. I see the same person say something twice, I block him. Easy. Now I don't even see if he's saying anything negative. And I just continue with my life. I think people need to realize that IRL streaming is a balance of keeping your real life entertaining while still preserving your mental. It's a give and take thing. Being an IRL streamer is like definitely really, really iffy, because the hard part is most people, the way they live their day to day, there's a lot of times where you end up doing questionable things, whether you like it or not, right? Whether it's like, oh, when you're drinking, you're making inappropriate jokes, or whether you are I don't know, the way your dating life looks like in private. Most people, they're not saints, if that makes sense. But as a streamer, you're kind of like being looked at from a different perspective. To be fair, every human, like whether you're a streamer or like whether you work in construction, it doesn't matter. Theoretically, ideally, you want to live in a way where you just do the right thing to begin with, right? You have to be in PR mode all the time, or you are just not a shitty person. How about that? Hassan is a good example of this. People still find reasons to nitpick. I mean, to be fair, like sometimes there's also like streamers who like to some kind of like bait controversy, right? Not necessarily bait controversy to an extent, but like talking about controversial topics, it's like very easy and very quickly, whether you like it or not, you will have very strong opinions, one-sided and the other. So it's like, whatever. Brocho's worst example with Hassan. I mean, listen, somebody just in chat mentioned him. Are you already thinking about your next trips, Mr. Arthur? I already know what I want to do and like when I want to do it. It's just like, for me too early to kind of be like, hey, chat, I don't like doing announcements of like, ooh, I'm going to do this. Oh, this is happening now. Right now, it's February. Let's have a good time. Sometimes it's a little bit more yapping. It is what it is. But yeah. I mean, sometimes giving boundaries or saying something assertive can come over as mean to a lot of people. There's also another thing. Something that is like very... I feel like especially when you're like on the grind, a lot of times, most things, because I'm trying to use it as myself for an example, right? Most of the times I would say when I'm like well rested and I'm not too stressed out or whatever, nothing phases me, nothing bothers me. I don't care. You can say whatever you want. It will not bother me. But when you're like really tired, really, really tired, constantly like lacking sleep, constantly there's like something like whatever going on. Once it's too much, things that would usually never bother you, all of a sudden affect you way more than it should, right? Austin?
Stop chasing AC. She don't want you. Ines is into you. Fix it before it's too late.
Thank you for the 300 bits, bro. I mean, hey, homie thought he's giving me great advice.
Oh,
I
shit.
appreciate
Here we go again.
you thinking
Looking
you
sharp,
are
dude.
giving me great advice. Looking sharp, dude. See? That's what you could have said instead. Looking sharp, dude. That would have been actually way better. Ines alt. Listen,